Hi everyone! Today marks our very first field trip here in the UK, and luckily it's to my most anticipated travel destination ever, which is London. We started our day at around 9 a.m. when we took our first train from Falmer to Brighton Station. We then got on our second and last train from Brighton to London Victoria. The train ride took approximately an hour, after which we had finally made it to London. We honestly couldn't have picked a better day to go because the weather was just stunning, as you can see. So our first stop was the Buckingham Palace, and there were lots of tourists as expected, and it was super crowded, but it was really nice at the same time, and I was super happy because I was able to get some really nice pictures on my camera. Next, we stopped at the National Gallery when one of us was just casually interviewed by two journalists from the Daily Mail who were super lovely. On our way to our third stop, we walked past a long queue of people waiting to have their pictures taken next to these red iconic telephone boxes until we made it to the Supreme Court. I know it hadn't been a few hours of us being in London, but I was over the moon already, and here's my friend and I soaking up the nice sun before we made it to Westminster Abbey, which was our fourth stop for the day. Here was our first sighting of the London Eye, after which we walked along the Westminster Bridge to get a close up of it, and of the Big Ben too. All sightseeing was done by midday-ish, so we decided to head to Leicester Square to have some lunch, and to me, that's when the real adventure began, because navigating the metro system in London may seem a bit overwhelming, but honestly having a map and asking for help whenever needed or whenever you get lost are the way to go, and they make the process so much easier. We decided to have lunch at this very cozy Italian restaurant, and their food was actually super delicious. We then walked around Leicester Square, and honestly, everywhere we went just looked super pretty and super aesthetically pleasing too. Girls will never be girls unless they do some shopping, so obviously, my friends and I had to stop at a few stores, especially Primark, because no one can ever say no to that. And then we walked through Chinatown on our way to the bus stop. We met up with the rest of the group and made our way to the train station, and luckily, we didn't get lost or anything. As soon as we made it to the train station, we found out that our train to Brighton got cancelled, so we had to go to another train station to catch the earliest possible one, and by that point, we had become experts at taking the tube around London. The trip has come to an end, and London did not disappoint at all, that I actually wouldn't mind living here someday.